The third chase race of the season comes to the wild Hillside racetrack for the running of the NR2003. This could be a fast race, very fast speeds around this track, very fast lap times, and close racing. On the pole, you have the 75 of Steve Larker, 2's outside is the 5 of Jeff Bright. Then 30 of Jonathan Buford, 4th is Chaser Luke Rainey, and rounding out the top 5, Riley Sampson. Then 60 of Trey Rainey, Chaser. 7th is Tyler Fink, Jake Galloway, and 8th, 9th Carson Bowers, and Nathan Stapleton rounds out the top 10. For the rest, you have Jonathan Rains in the 4 with Justin Zidell in the 20. Then you have Larry Bouchard Jr. with Stephen Baker in the 96. Then there's Joe Jefferson and Dale Lightning. TJ Hanley in the 23 with Andrew Miller in the 43. Then there's Jake West and Alexander Rowe. Jack Marshall with Taylor Ryan Price. Then you have Mac Johnson and Louis Jack Tavo. Levi Shones back in the 10, filling in for James Stablito in these final few races with Steven Taylor, 2's outside in the 31. Then you have Griffin Lynn and Isaac Nichols. Greg Lee filling in for the 55 over Derek Hamill with Jay Jefferson in the 78, 2's inside. They have John Gamma and Eli Bright. Steve Morgan with Carter Friesen. Then there's Benny Watson and Patrick Smith. Danny Lloyd and Sebastian Kukulon. Then there's Max Anderson and Code Luigi. And in the final row, Colton Neal in the 37 with Diego Yepez in the 1 to his outside. That's your 42-car field here for the 60-lap Amp Energy 400 at Hillside. Let's get going with our starting command.
For today's command, Bobby Allison.
Gentlemen, start your engines.
Give your seatbelts a little tug there for me there, buddy. Get a little drink of Gatorade. Be safe. Have some fun, all right?
It's going to be a crazy race here tonight at Hillside. 42 cars, fast laps, speed over 180 miles an hour on a track that is only 1 mile in length. 60 laps should be fast here. You never know, Cap. We could see some big crashes with how close and how fast they are running. Pace car to pit road. Larker, Jeff Bryan the pole. As they come down into the restart zone, we're racing at Hillside. Green flag is in the air. Steve Larker with a great jump to lead lap number 1, 3 wide for a second. Tyler Fink to the bottom in the 21 car. Here comes Bowers to the bottom, even lower in the 6 car. Down the backstretch, fast speeds already. See down the straightaway, 187 off into turn number 3. And Larker will lead another lap. Bowers trying to keep second, but Zidell looking even lower. Can't get there. Bowers still keeping that second position. Now Zidell finally gets to the bottom lane, 3 wide further back. Jonathan Rains in the middle. Jonathan Buford's found his way back down low. Jeff Bright for a second has found his way down low. 4th on the inside lane. Zidell stalking the 75, looking to the inside of Steve Larker to turn number 1. Can he get there? He does. Zidell for the lead. And he'll take it. Justin Zidell out front now. He has Larry Bouchard Jr. in the 17 behind. Jeff Bright in the 5. Jonathan Buford in the 33. Bouchard for the race lead off of 4. He's going to lead the lap. And Jeff Bright from second has found his way back down low. He's up to second again. He's going for the race lead. Jeff Bright looking for his first win of the season. It's been a struggling season for the 5 team and Jeff Bright. TJ Hanley's up there in points. He is competing for a championship. Probably his best chance at a championship in a long time for TJ Hanley. Here he is inside the top 5 after starting just inside the top 20. He's coming forward. 3 wide further back, Jack Marshall coming forward. As Tyler Fink takes the race in the 21 car. He's looking for a win after a struggling season. He's going to get moved up the track. Here comes Hanley to the bottom. Jonathan Buford behind him. 3 wide further back. Fink leads the lap. Close up front, TJ Hanley clears to lead. Jonathan Buford following suit to second. And now he'll be looking low in the 23 car. He's going to push from the 22 Jack Marshall. Come off of 4. Hanley protects the spot down low as Marshall makes a move on Buford. Look at this shuffling down the front stretch. Marshall going to get put to the middle. Nathan Stapleton goes low. How about Levi Shones, his first race back this season? He's running inside the top 5 here at Hillside. Luke Rainey just by him in the 2 car. Shones looking 3 wide. 2 Fords lined up looking good on the bottom lane. Hanley still out front though. He's pulling away just a little bit. You don't want to be that far out front here. Shones to second. Luke Rainey now for that second position in the 2 car. Griffin Lynn, last season's champion, trying to go back to back. He's looking 3 wide for that second position. He's going to get to 3rd. Jay Jefferson behind me, Eli Bright behind him. Shones keeps second now. He's going to try and run down the 23 of Hanley. Behind in the pack, Madness. And with Shones clear, he's going to get a great draft here. They might be 4 wide further back. They are. That's the 18 Riley Sampson. The 22 Jack Marshall. Also in that 4 wide. They get sorted out to 3 wide. It's a big move there to get that sword out. That could be a big crash. And for the lead, Shones, back in the Gatorade Cup Series car, will get out front. His first race back, and he's leading here at Hillside. Eli Bright for second. Stephen Baker behind for third. Hanley shuffled up top. Here comes Steve Morgan in the 13 looking low as Eli Bright looks low for the race lead. Can't get there. Baker gets even lower. Off of 2 down the backstretch. Stephen Baker for the race and Levi Shones. Hanley gets down front. Around goes Cold Luigi. Up and gets Jay Jefferson Griffin Lynn. They're wrecking ahead. Big crash. There's Larry Bouchard Jr., Jack Marshall, Nathan Stapleton, Dale Lightning. And yellow number 1 is out, and Shones leads them back 3 wide. Big there. Shones leads them back. Baker second, Hanley third. And was that car stopped on the apron? The 22 Marshall's on the apron trying to get going. He's trying his hard. It looks like he's getting up to speed. These drivers coming around. He's trying to stay on the lead lap, remember. I think he's going to be able to if he got going. It depends if he took the caution or not. Where he's going to line up is a big question here. Stapleton all torn up. There's Jay Jefferson. There's Code Luigi with his damage. Dale Lightning, Griffin Lynn, one of our chasers. A lot of cars involved, and it looked like 2 separate incidents happened. We saw the 42 get sideways first, and then panning ahead, there are even more cars that are spinning ahead. So we'll see what happened. Code Luigi making his way from the back to the front, and now he's involved in a crash. Caution number 1 comes out. Griffin Lynn, the 7 on the outside, is going to make it 4 wide here on Jay Jefferson, the 78. And we've seen here at Hillside, 3 wide works very easily. 4 wide is pushing it. And we got to the breaking point there. 4 wide down the backstretch. They're making some contact there. And 42 just gets clipped in the right rear. Up and almost flipping over there. Luke Rainey does a great job getting through Jay Jefferson, Griffin Lynn. And then up ahead, some cars trying to avoid it. And I believe some get involved. That is just a tough break for those that were involved in this first accident. They just got 4 wide, nothing really anyone could do. Griffin Lynn just made a 4 wide move, trying to get up to the front, trying to get himself in the right position, and hard impact there. And then I think the 22 may have been involved in some more up ahead with Dale Lightning and some of the others. So he gets it going again. So he sees that happening, he gets low. Oh, and Dale Lightning kind of came up off the banking, hit him hard, and then got up into the 17 and the 27. So about 8 cars involved in this melee. Off into turn number 3. Levi Shones let them back 3 wide. They'll stay on the racetrack. They do have a lap car, Jack Marshall, ahead, and he's also damaged. Shones out front, though, in the Amp Energy 400 at Hillside. Coming to the restart on lap number 17. Levi Shones out front. From that crash, Nathan Stapleton retired Jack Marshall on the tail end of the lead lap. Code Luigi, Jay Jefferson, Larry Bouchard Jr., Dale Lightning, Griffin Lynn all damaged as well. Should be about 35 clean cars in the race. Up front, Levi Shones leads in the 10 car. Stephen Baker second, TJ Hanley third, Isaac Nichols fourth, Eli Bright fifth. How about that? Those 2 Junior Motorsports teammates that finished 1-2 last night. Nichols passing Eli in the last lap. Now they're running 4th and 5th. Nichols out in front of Eli again. So pace car and Levi Shones lead Stephen Baker, TJ Hanley, Isaac Nichols, and Eli Bright for your top 5. As we are back racing in the Amp Energy 400 green flag. Look at Hanley already looking low. And we'll see what happens with this 22. Levi Shones gets low. Baker trying to block off the 23. Hanley looking to make it 3 wide. They get back up in line. Down the backstretch, Eli Bright trying to get that 48 behind the 22, and he does. Eli moves by, and Nichols going to try and put 3 wide now. As Stephen Baker takes the race with a push from TJ Hanley. Hanley looking 3 wide. You don't think TJ Hanley wants to win another race this season? He wants to extend that points lead badly. 3 wide, Eli Bright was looking. Couldn't get that done. He's going to push Hanley through into turn 3, and he's going to look to the inside. Great move there by Eli Bright. Jack Marshall still fading back, but Isaac Nichols finally just got by him. Eli Bright takes the race lead. Carson Bowers in the 6th car. Momentum from winning at Kentucky. Showing here, he's right now up front battling here at Hillside. He has been for most of this race. Steph Baker trying to find his way in line with Levi Shones, but Shones made a move underneath. They're 3 wide further back. Colton Yo now, looking for his first Gatorade Cup Series victory. He's been so close so many times. All this bad luck that's been around him. Can tonight finally be the night where he gets to victory lane in the Gatorade Cup Series, currently leading, as we are only a third of the way through the race as they come to the stripe. It will be 40 laps to go, 20 laps down. Colton Yo leads. The Amp Energy 400. Steve Morgan is second. Zidell going for second. TJ Hanley looking 3 wide now for that second position. Further back, Riley Sampson makes it 3 wide. Bowers up top, Eli Brett in the middle. Jonathan Rains goes low. Stephen Baker looks even lower. And Isaac Nichols in the 48 coming back forward. How about Tyler Fink? He's still in it. Jeff Bright's still in it. Look at that outside for Zidell. He's going to make it work. And outside lane work for Zidell. He gets clear of Hanley, who had no push there. And now he's looking for the race lead down the back. Justin Zidell gets beside Colton Yo and is going to get by him in 3 and 4. Hanley's going to get through to second. How about this log jam back, 4th on back. Jonathan Reed's looking 3 wide and Riley Sampson. Eli Bright closed down the 37 hard. Gets to the quarter panel and gets by to the middle lane. As up front, Hanley for the race lead on Zidell. Going to take it through 3 and 4. Reigns tight down low. Eli Bright trying to get around off the top to get by the 20 car. Zidell looking low and Hanley. Eli Bright looking low and Zidell close up front. Oh, Hanley sideways. He saves the car. Great save by Hanley from the race lead. And Eli Bright's going to look for a second now. And now for the race lead of the 23 washed up the track. Close there up front. They're racing hard. Eli Bright to the race lead in turn 1. Reigns to second. Baker to third. Nichols for 4th. As Reigns for the race lead down the backstretch. Schoen's coming back up to the front and restarting first. He's currently on the inside, moving up inside the top 10. Yellow's out. Crashed somewhere on the track. Reigns leads us back. And it happened with Benny Watson. He was all by himself. Wondering if there's maybe some contact there. Watson goes into the wall hard. And we have a yellow flag once again. Back in front, Jonathan Reigns in the 4. Let's see what happened to Benny Watson to bring out this caution. Here's Watson. The big fact's in front of these guys. These guys are kind of just like stragglers. They're waiting for maybe something to happen up front they can kind of weed their way through. It actually happens to them. They're 3 wide. Watson's in the middle. Max Harrison, one of our chasers, is down low. And the 32 kind of swerves to avoid the 22. Maybe swerves a little too much. Maybe the 47 wasn't expect that. 47 spins the 32 into the inside wall. Then Watson kind of shoots back up the racetrack. Yellow has to fly here as he's come back up the track. Cars are coming by still. He's going to get up and nail the outside wall hard. So good call there to throw the yellow flag. You can see the 7 coming through and some others. That yellow had to come out. There's probably debris on the track. He hit both walls pretty hard. So if that car came to a stop, they had to make sure that 32 was okay. Because Watson right that's hard hit driver's side. And then right here, get hit again with the driver front. That's a hard hit for Watson. Luckily, he keeps the car going straight. And we're going to have another restart here at Hillside. See these 4 back here. Gonna get by. Back in front, Jonathan Reigns on the 4 leads. Staying on the racetrack, Reigns leads back to the green. Coming back green on lap 30, so it'll be 31 laps to go. Jonathan Reigns leads the race. No cars out from that crash. 40 cars on the lead lap. Jonathan Reigns leads. Eli Bright to second. Stephen Baker third. Isaac Nichols fourth. TJ Hanley still top 5 in 5th. Restart here. Lap 30. Green flag back out. Wheel spin the 88. That was some big time wheel spin there. And Eli Bright falls back off the 4. That draft will propel them all back together though. Move being made back there. Saw the 11 of Galway underneath Colton Yo. That's for 9th. As up front, looking low, Eli Bright trying to get a run. He's looking on the 4 already as they come off turn number 4 to the inside. Jonathan Reigns pulling him back, trying to lead lap. Reigns does. Halfway here at Hillside, 30 laps left. Eli Bright leads the race. His teammate Isaac Nichols behind in second, and Tyler Fink to third in the 21 car. He's going to push that 48 to the race lead. Whoa, almost contact there. 88 Eli Bright tried to shut the door. Nichols was down there in the 48 to the lead off of 4. Nichols leads the lap. And here comes Tyler Fink. He's moving forward. He's going for the race lead now. Oh, back there. Reigns going around. Hanley sideways. Hanley controls the car, but where's the 4? Back up and up in the air. Gets Jeff Wright, Trey Rainey, Luke Rainey, Miller, Code Luigi flies in there. That's the big one. And we have cars upside down. Luke Rainey's upside down. Luigi Octavo's in it. Yellow is out. Luke Rainey is on his lid on the apron. How's Hanley? We saw him sideways on the apron. There he is. Looks like he might be all right. But I don't know if he spun the forward reins or if the 4 maybe came down. But I just saw that 4 take a hard left-hand turn. And then when we came back to him, he was flipping. All the damage to so many good cars. Miller, Jeff Bright, there's Reigns. The Reigns were doing so well. Big crash. Reigns in the 4 involved. And he takes a nasty tumble. We'll see what happened. They were running along here inside the top 10. Hanley gets to the bottom. Reigns coming off of turn number 2. And that 23 just kind of washed up into the 4 there. I don't know if Reigns did something that Hanley didn't like at some point, but I don't know if that was on purpose or not, but it definitely looked like a misjudgment of some sort. Then the 4 comes back up the track. He got hit by the 95, and that's what rolled the car over with the banking. There's the 2 of Luke Rainey getting into it. Luigi Octavio. There's Jeff Bright hitting the 4. There's the 43. The 22 sneaking by. The 7 sneaking by. 47 Max Anderson may have gotten some damage right there. That's the thing that did right there. Luigi nailing into the 95. There's Watson doing a wheelie again through it. And then Luke Rainey, I think, got flipped because of the banking. Just want to take a few looks at this. So we'll see here, off the corner. I'm wondering if Hanley thought he was clear and maybe just a misjudgment, or can't really tell. Yeah, it just kind of looks a little bizarre there. Hanley came up definitely, for sure. Bounce off the inside wall, and then right here, come back up the banking and hitting that car just did not work. You see all the great cars involved, and then the 42 hitting hard, coming into it, and then the 2 gonna get hit right there barely, and the banking's gonna flip Luke over. Nasty crash. But watch Hanley save too. After he had spun the 4 around, he has to come back up the racetrack, remember. He does a great job making sure that he doesn't spin out himself and making sure that when he comes up, he doesn't hit anyone. So you can see right there, he lets off a little bit, making sure, lets off again, and he's lucky. Oh man, you can see the 4 coming up behind him. He's lucky though that the 55 or someone else did not nail into him, that Greg Lee decided to slow down there. One more look at this crash. It's pretty nasty tumble there for so many drivers. So there's the spin. 4 going down. He's going to hit the inside wall hard. Shoots back up the racetrack. Trey Rainey right in his path, nowhere to go. Pez got some damage in the 1. Luke Rainey had nowhere to go. You can see some debris flying there into the infield. Looked like that may have been off the 83 car of Luigi Octavio. Nasty crash. Going to take a lot of contenders out. Tyler Fink leading here at Hillside in the Amp Energy 400. He's going to try and lead them to the checker flag as well. Race leader here at Hillside. Coming back green, lap number 37. Tyler Fink out front of the 21. From that crash, Trey Rainey, Jonathan Reigns, Luigi, Jeff Bright, Andrew Miller out. Luke Rainey, after flipping, is still on the racetrack, but lap down. Watson's lap down. Jack Marshall's lap down as well. 33 cars on the lead lap. Fink leads Zidell, Nichols, Shones, and Bright to the green flag. Pretty good restart there for the 21, but like we saw with the 88 and the 4, 88 spun the tires a little bit, got right up to the 4, but this time it's about for a second. Nichols looking on Zidell. Down the back stretch. Isaac Nichols going to try and lead. Gets to second now. Looking on the 21, but the 10 looks to the inside, the 48. And Eli Bright giving that 10 help. Nichols tried to shut the door. Shones is already down there. They're going to go 3 wide now. Shones to the middle. Eli Bright to the bottom. And down the back stretch, Eli has a run with the push from the 96. A little tight down low. Shones fights back in the middle. Fink pulls away a little bit. How about a driver that we have not talked about all race? Danny Lloyd's been solidly inside the top 15 all night long. He's in the top 10 now after that big crash. And he's trying to just rebound after the start of the chase. He's had currently only has 2 points in 2 races. He's gotten a point for each race because he's finished last out of the chasers. And right now he's inside the top 10. Currently I believe he's the highest chaser with chaser TJ Hanley just behind. Look how they're racing up here at the front. All over the place. 3 wide for 4th. Meanwhile, the top 3 pull away. Stephen Baker looking on Tyler Fink as they run off with turn number 4. 20 laps of racing to go at Hillside. 3 cars pull away. Bright for second. Fink still leads. But look at that 88 rotate so off of 2. Down the backstretch, he needs help. And no one goes with him. Trying to get to that quarter panel of the 21 and suck him back. We've seen Eli do that a ton of times here today. Oh, they do have Watson ahead, and Watson looks very slow. How's that going to impact this race? And who's going to be able to get by? Eli Bright gets out front. Stephen Baker coming through. Going to depend on which lane goes. 96 tight down low. 88 uses the middle lane to try and get around. Here they come onto the 32 of Watson. Eli drives in inside contact. Watson's going around into the outside wall. Who else did he get? I don't think he got anyone else, but the yellow flag is out. And your race leader does have some damage. And how slow now? How damaged is that 88? He made some pretty hard contact with the front end. Baker leads us back. Eli was gracious enough to give us the visor cam for this Hillside race. I want to go on board with him, just see what he was maybe seeing and if he has damage to that front end. So right here, here's from the helmet. I think he should be fine damage-wise. Just hope that maybe that didn't affect any of the aerodynamics on the 88, because Eli's been pretty fast here tonight. But Stephen Baker leads us back to the caution flag. Could this be the final restart of the night? Will we have another caution? Or will we go green to the end? We're about to find out. Stephen Baker leads, and it'll be restart with just over 10 to go at Hillside. Benny Watson decided enough of that. He retired the car. He's done for the night. Luke Rennie and Jack Marshall, the two Penske teammates, both in the chase, currently scored 35th and 34th. They're the only two one lap down. 33 cars on the lead lap. Stephen Baker leads the race. Has a restart deal with 12 to go. Eli Bright second, Justin Zeidel third, Colton Yo fourth, and TJ Hanley has found his way back up to fifth. Somehow, some way. Tyler Fink 6th. Isaac Nichols looking to go target win in Gatorade Cup Series win. He's 7th. Danny Lloyd 8th. Levi Schultz trying to win back in his return 9th. And Jake Galloway rounds out the top 10. JGR's been pretty fast here tonight. And it shows all four cars have a shot. Green flag back out. Baker gets the jump on Eli Bright. Let's see if Zeidel helps that 88 car if he makes a move for a second for himself. No one was close enough to make a move. Front 5 pole away. Fink may have spun the tires in the 6th position. Down the backstretch, they have runs now. They stay in line with the 88. Zeidel and Yo, they are not going to be waiting around. They're waiting for their first Gatorade Cup Series victories. It could very well happen here tonight. 11 laps to go. Zeidel to second. Hanley moving to third. That 23 car's been pretty strong like the 88 has. When he's fallen back, he's gone up to the front. He stayed up here. But Zeidel tight down low underneath the 96. Coming, 10 to go at Hillside. Zeidel and Baker side by side into turn 1. Hanley there, waiting. Where's Tyler Fink go? He's looking for his first win as well. So many drivers looking for their first victories in their Gatorade Cup Series careers. Look at Nichols forcing 3 wide. And look at the run that the 96 and the 88 had on the outside. 9 to go, that 23 has no help. Eli, where does he go? He couldn't find a hole down low. That 23 was down there. And Zeidel pulls away. We're coming to 8 to go. Oh! Contact there. Jake West was sideways on the apron. Can he control the car? He does do a great job of that. Still the outside limit, the momentum. Stephen Baker off the top. Gonna clear for second. Power move out of the 96, and he leaves the 88 out to dry. Now Eli has no help. He has to try and do what the 96 did. Just get a great run off the top side. Isaac Nichols moving forward inside the top 5 up to 4th, looking for 3rd on TJ Hanley. He does get down there. For 3rd, Nichols on Hanley. Meanwhile, up front, Baker trying to run down Zeidel in the draft. 6.5 laps to go. How about Carter? Could take the points lead. Up front, Stephen Baker and Zeidel are side by side with 6 laps of racing to go. Baker out front now. Zeidel back to 2nd. Baker's right down the line. And looking back there, 2 chasers battling. Hanley and Carter Friesen. Look at Friesen tight down low. Hanley might get clear right here. And Zeidel's back on the 96. 5 to go. Yellow would end it. Zeidel, Baker are side by side. And Zeidel's teammate Galloway coming through. And they're almost 4 wide down the backstretch behind them. Coming to C4 to go. Toyota, Chevy Toyota are your top 5. 4 to go. 4 cars pull away. 5th and 6th are battle Hanley and Colton Yo. Carter Friesen still there in 7th, trying to find a way around Hanley. And up front, look at Galloway, looking for his first victory. Almost contact with a nice 6. 3 to go. Baker leads. And Friesen may have just gotten around Hanley. I think he did, but Hanley has a hole behind him. Coming to 2 laps to go. And they are catching the lap car, the 2 of Luke Rainey. 2 miles left at Hillside. Jake Galloway leads, looking for his first victory. Nichols looking for the Target Series and Gatorade Cup Series sweep here at Hillside. We're coming to the white flag. Joe Gibbs Racing right now has 2 cars inside the top 3, both looking for their first victory. Galloway gets up front. Here comes the 2 of Luke Rainey. Slows the 11 up. White flag, last lap. The 20 is there. Here comes Justin Zaidel to the bottom lane. Teammates side by side down the backstretch. Zaidel pulls ahead. Off into 3. Justin Zaidel gonna clear Jake Galloway. First Gatorade Cup Series win for Justin Zaidel. He does it here at Hillside. We mentioned all the first-time winners we could have, and Zaidel pulls it off over Galloway, his teammate, and Carter Friesen, who charged there at the end. Zaidel wins the AMP Energy 400 here at Hillside. Joe Gibbs Racing making a statement, placing all 4 cars pretty well. Let's go check the finishing results and the chase standings. Here are the finishing results from the AMP Energy 400 at Hillside. There were 4 caution flags for 17 laps and 26 lead changes among 14 different drivers. Justin Zaidel ends up winning the race, his first Gatorade Cup Series career victory. His teammate Jake Galloway was passed there in the last lap. He ends up 3rd. Carter Friesen, your highest finishing chaser, in 2nd, and I believe he is now your points leader, as Colton Hill finishes 4th and TJ Hanley 5th, your 2nd highest chaser. So my oh my, Hanley 2nd and loses the points lead because Friesen ended up highest. Riley Sampson 6th, Carson Bowers 7th, Danny Lloyd just needed something great to happen. He ends up 8th and 3rd highest chaser. Levi Shones returns to the Gatorade Cup Series, and that magic is still there with that, with Shones and SHR. Shones ends up 9th, and Taylor Brown Price 10th. There's your top 20. Nichols tried to go back-to-back in the Target Series and Gatorade Cup Series. Couldn't get that done. He ends up 11th, though, up front all race. Stephen Baker led the most laps, 13. He falls to 13th. Eli Bright was strong, even though he didn't lead much. 14th, Tyler Fink led 10 laps, fell to 19th at the end. But how about, we mentioned how JGR did so well. They finished 1st, 3rd, 6th, and 8th. It's pretty dominant there. 4 cars inside the top 8. 21st, 40th, 33 cars on the lead lap, 35 running. Luke Rainey was 2 laps down. Jack Marshall 1 lap down. Cars out from the accidents. One of them, chaser Trey Rainey. At the right side are the point standings. And Carter Friesen with some great finishes so far in the chase. Currently the points leader, but Hanley's right there. How about some of the big names, though, that we thought could have been contenders, but they have not shown it? Max Anderson, currently down in points. Luke Rainey is down in points. Louis Tavo down in points. They got guys like Steven Taylor. They're there. Alexander Rowe is there. Carter Friesen. TJ Hanley. Those 4 right now could be the contenders for this championship, but still we do have a few more races left and a lot to happen. A lot to happen at the next race, which will be held at Michigan, the Pure Michigan 400. I'll see you guys then.